Okay, in this tutorial we're going to show you how to listen in on phone conversations that are actually happening in real time. So this is ideal for companies that have, for example, sales agents on the phone quite a lot, and you need to basically monitor them to make sure they're meeting your requirements or to meet quality control standards that you have in your office. To listen in on a conversation is very straightforward, and it's a really great feature for managers and administrators. So I'm just going to show you how to do this. So first of all, you go into your buzzbox dashboard. You'll have all the details on your quick start guide on how to do this. So the icon that we're interested in here is this one, watch and listen to telephone activity. So if we click on this one, there will be an extension already created, so if you don't know what that is, do get in touch with us and we'll let you know. But by default, the first extension in buzzbox is normally the one that is active, so you log in with the extension number and the password, which is normally your voicemail password. Click OK, and now what we're presented with here is a screen of all the extensions we've got configured on our system. I've only got 3 on this particular example, but basically when the extension is live and a phone is active and someone is actually logged into their phone, you'll see it turns green. When someone isn't logged in, it's just grey like that. So also, again, it's a quite useful tool to check that people are actually logged in from home, for example, so you know they're actually in front of their desk, because if they're not, it's not going to show up green, it's going to show up grey, and then you can raise questions as to why your staff aren't logged in at a certain time. So what I'm going to do is basically make a phone call from my handset here. So 6011 is the extension that I'm going to make a call from. And 6001, as we just logged in, is the extension on which we're going to listen to the phone call. So when we logged in there, 6011, that's the phone that is actually going to be used to listen in on the conversations. So first of all, let me make a quick phone call to a mobile number of mine. You can't see what I'm doing here, but I've just got my mobile phone with the remote app Bria installed, which is our voice over IP app. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that app to call another mobile phone that I have also in my hand. As you can see, the screen will turn red for the actual agent in question. So my phone is now ringing. I'm just going to answer that because Stuart Spice Bria is calling me. Okay, so Stuart Spice Bria is now in a conversation with my other mobile phone. You can see here it's turned red, like I said. We can see the duration of the call as it's happening. We can also see the phone number that Stuart Spice Bria has dialed. So for example, we want to listen in on this conversation. We want to see what's actually going on in this conversation, what people are saying. So what we can do one of 2 things here. We can click on this icon at the top, which is just the listen icon. That basically means we can just listen in on the conversation, nothing more. And this second option, which must be used with caution because it's a bit disconcerting, is listen and whisper. So what that basically means is we can actually listen in on the conversation. If we wish, we can start talking to Stuart Spice Bria and basically telling them what to say. Obviously the customer or the person at the other end of the phone on this number can't hear me, but Stuart can. This Stuart can. But I would probably advise against that in the short term anyway, until your staff are fully aware that you're going to be using that as a monitoring technique, because like I said, it can put people off their flow. So we want to listen to this conversation. As you can see, when you click on each one of these, they highlight in blue. So I'm going to click on 6001 because this is the one I want to listen to. Then I'm just going to click on this ear icon. And when I click on this ear icon, my desk handset, you'll hear it in the background, is going to ring. When that rings, I'm going to pick it up and then I'm instantly listening in on this conversation. So as soon as I hear that ring, I'm going to put it on loudspeaker, and you'll probably hear from a distance a bit of a repetition of what I'm saying because all the phones are on my desk right now, but you'll get the idea. So I'm going to click on listen now. My phone should ring. 6001 should start ringing. Yes. So I'm going to answer that. Okay, so now you can probably hear a little bit of feedback there, but basically the conversation is now coming out of my handset phone, or it would be going through the handset directly. And we're now listening on Stuart Spice Bria's conversation. So we can hear exactly what's been going on, what's been said, and the person on this extension here, 6011, Stuart Spice Bria, is none the wiser. They don't know that we're listening in, but we actually are. And you can see our screen here turns red too, to just let us know that we're basically on that conversation. If we don't want to listen in anymore, we just hang up simply. The line goes inactive and turns green. And the person, Stuart Spice Bria, just carries on their conversation, none the wiser that you were actually eavesdropping. And that just about sums it up really. So effectively you can keep an eye and keep an ear on people as they converse throughout the system. So I'm going to hang up this call now. You'll see that's turned green, and we're back to where we were. So no one is actually on any phone calls now. We're just all connected correctly. We can see that we're connected when it goes green. This one isn't, but these two are. And likewise, when someone picks up the handset to make a call, this will turn red. And again, we can listen in on any conversation that's currently in progress. And that's about it.